I've been researching, speaking, and training on the topic of generational leadership and communication for over 10 years now. It really is a passion of mine, or my kids would tell you it's my obsession. I love watching my audience's reaction when they learn how many communication and relationship issues are directly related to the generations. And it's a topic that really touches us all, both personally and professionally. So this makes communication so very, very important, right? You have to be able to communicate effectively with your patients and customers. So what I want to do for you this morning is I want to help you have more impactful relationships and conversations with your customers and patients, regardless of their generation and regardless of how much time you have to spend. So basically, the research has shown that what was happening during each generation's formative years, so that's from birth to age 18, what was happening during those years, the significant events, the president that was in place, music, things that were going on culturally, ultimately helped shape each generation's core values and their personality. Now, that does not mean that within each generation everybody's the same. We all know that's not true, right? But that because of these things that were shared by each generation, there are things that are shared in common from a core values and personality standpoint. And that's what we're going to explore a little bit more. The first is you have to be able to communicate effectively. And when I say that, what I'm meaning is that you need to be able to flex your style to address the needs, preferences, and expectations of all the patients and customers that you're dealing with from all four of these generations. I know some of you are sitting there saying, Kim, my mama told me if I treat everybody the same, I'll be good. Well, I'm here to tell you that the golden rule is out. It doesn't really apply today. Because just because you want to be treated that way does not mean that someone else wants to be treated the same way that you do. So it's something you really need to be sensitive to. You have to be able to flex your communication style. You also have to practice empathy, right? And empathy is very different from sympathy, right? Empathy is really being able to feel what the other person is feeling and to convey that. And then finally, you have to demonstrate respect. And that means that you have to acknowledge and accept that there are these differences, and you have to be willing to understand what those differences are and those needs and expectations of each of your customers. So you can communicate effectively, but if you're not communicating with empathy and respect, you're not going to have the same impact that you would otherwise. I've been talking about this for several years, as I said earlier on, and I can tell you it's not the smartest or the most talented people that are successful at this. It's the people that make a commitment and then take the action to do something about it. So I encourage you to go and make a difference.